Spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. Today, a clash between two teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So USF's offense will take the first swing of the game. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Bulls will hustle to the line. Running to the left. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Florida Atlantic's offense will have its first possession of the game. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, the inside give. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls' offense will return to the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just feeds the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
6 yards on the play. Now, a 4th down. Number 16, on to kick it away.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
South Florida, 7. Florida Atlantic, 0.
And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Handoff from the gun. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. The Bulls headed quickly to the line.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Bounced off his feet. Offense in the hurry up.
At the 26-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Catch in the middle, it's Atkins. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
At the 12-yard line. And that's a 1st down.
Looking to move it through the air. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
Touchdown, USF.
That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
Florida Atlantic, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They go to the draw. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Caught over the middle, it's Simmons. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Brown wants to pass. He's going for it all. Catch inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, USF. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, he'll let it fly. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. From the gun, running back on the move. On the move is the 30. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looking to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Campbell. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks, it's Campbell. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Owls racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking for a man, it's Fancher. Coming after him. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. They are controlling the ball, 9th play of the drive. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Between the uprights, it's good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
First and 10.
As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
And the Bulls will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
25-yard line.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Fights off a defender. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Florida Atlantic races to the line.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Fancher. Quickly complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Using his legs, it's Campbell. Makes one man miss. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Louisiana Tech was far from the friendly confines of Ruston, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The Bulls will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
No gains on the play.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Pushes ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Florida, 28. Florida Atlantic, 10.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. With the catch, it's Johnson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab over the middle. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. He wants to throw it again, trying to get to him. He'll pull it down and run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. A shot toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulls.
USF.
Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Florida Atlantic.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Back to throw, it's Fancher. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Owls will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Got his man downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Back to pass, it's Fancher. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Owls!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this